Hello, Play the Game family. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. This episode is brought to you by Lone Wolf Paintball. They are an amazing online supplier and have been around since the beginning of the game as Michigan's premier paintball field and paintball supplier since 1987. They are rapidly expanding into the online retail space and supplying everything you need to be the best paintball player you can be. They have got it all. Head over to lonewolfpaintball.com and shop all of your favorite brands. And they also boast amazing customer service and will have this out to you with same-day shipping, which is amazing. It's always nice to know that your stuff is on its way immediately so you can start to use it that very next weekend of play. Check out their YouTube, Lone Wolf Paintball, and their Instagram at Lone Wolf PB, and stay up to date with all of their deals and sales. Play the Game podcast is immensely honored to have them on board, and we cannot wait for you guys to check out lonewolfpaintball.com and become a part of their community. This episode is brought to you by the one and only G2 Paintball. If you are in Arizona or on the West Coast and soon to be nationally, be on the lookout for G2 training dates and be sure to sign up. They are a paintball athletics company designed to help you become the best paintball athlete imaginable by running you through all of the different moves and techniques that you need to know and you're going to be implementing on the paintball field. So that way when you get into the situations, the muscle memory is dialed in. You are also going to learn skills. You're going to learn tactics, and of course the agility, which is training to maximize your performance on and off the field. This stuff is used by myself and Marcelo, and we're pushing paintball players to become pro or just dominate in your division. Don't make excuses out there. Physical fitness is at an all-time high in paintball, and you cannot win paintball tournaments unless you are ready to go physically on Sunday when you're dead tired and you're ready to hold up that trophy with your friends and family. So you got to be prepared, and G2 will help you do that. Head on over to g2paintball.com. Also check out their Instagram at G2Paintball and give our man Victor Gamboa at Gamboa Limited, that's his Instagram, a follow and support him as well. It's owned and operated by Victor and Rusty, and they're doing tremendous things in the sport. We absolutely love G2, and we cannot wait for you to get involved. So have some fun with G2 Paintball. Today's episode of PTG is brought to you by Transfuse, the amazing premium rapid hydration multiplier and immunity fortifying formula that is scientifically designed to replenish you at the cellular level. And they use all natural ingredients in their products. It is packed full of zinc, vitamin B6, vitamin C, sodium, potassium, and choline. And when you take this product, you are going to feel the difference on and off the field. I know that playing paintball with Transfuse has been a game changer, and it will be for you as well. If you head over to translabs.com, that's translabs.com, and use code PLAYTHEGAME, you will get 10% off. And if you subscribe to a monthly delivery service, you get an additional 10% off. So you can take advantage of a total of 20% off on these amazing products. Also, head over to their Instagram at transfuse.official and check them out, and be on the lookout for their new flavors and brain booster nootropics that are coming soon. We absolutely love Transfuse from top to bottom, one of the best companies in the world with the greatest people running it. So head on over and become a part of their community and check them out.
What's going on, PTG fam? Thank you guys so much for tuning into the show. This episode, we have Dalton Vanderbyl. Dalton has been a crucial part of San Diego Dynasty for many, many years, and the 2021 season was no different. We can't wait to have Dalton back. He was fighting some injuries and had, quite some ups and downs, had a pretty phenomenal season when he was on the field, but was trying to overcome minor setbacks pretty much the entire year. So we are really excited to get him back in full force for the 2022 season with all the new additions that we have to San Diego Dynasty, and sitting down to talk to Dalton and just kind of, talk some smack and catch up and talk about his intentions going into the new year was a very exciting episode. So without further ado, we're going to hop in the show.
That was an insane inside move by Marcelo Margot. Great communication.
And the crowd starts chanting Harmon.
Great shot by all the guys. So Tyler Harmon saved that game.
He came out with 2 wins. Marcelo Margot was on fire.
Dalton Vanderbyl, my man, the 2-time MVP this season, 2021, my man. What's up, dude?
What up, guys?
Yo, what up, dog?
Shit.
Missed
Look at-
y'all.
Always, brother. It's good to have you on the show. You're one of the funniest people in paintball, even just like behind the scenes cuts, just hanging out. Just always have good energy, nonchalant lifestyle, shows on the field too. You play, like, in my opinion, you have one of the most nonchalant styles in all of paintball, personally.
Yeah, hands down.
Yeah.
I get that. The I don't care. It actually goes against me, I think, in a few ways, because people assume or maybe look at it like, oh, he doesn't care about, winning
Yeah.
or losing. When I mean, it does probably maybe look from outside looking in, it looks like I don't care as much, but obviously, I mean, to get
Bro.
to this level, you have to care a little bit.
Yeah, that
Hell
couldn't
yeah.
be further from the truth. And something that I've loved about, I don't know, is this like the third time we've played together on the same team? We've done it a few different
Yeah.
times, but just like how much we've connected with paintball theory and philosophy and ways to get better, and actually how much of a crucial role you played in our win in Orlando, even though you were injured at home. Just what you do to study the game is second to none. But I want to circle back and touch on how you show up on our podcast with a doper background than both of us. You look like a professional streamer right there. Did Jacqueline set that up for you or what?
Yeah, Jack did all this. Well, this is already
Good.
here, but she was like, this is where you need it. Put this here. I'm like, all right.
Oh, good job,
Yeah.
Jack. For all the listeners, go to the YouTube. Dalton is doing it right now. That is
Merry
a
Christmas
festive little
there.
background.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
I love it. Hell
Happy
yeah, dude.
Hanukkah.
Yeah. Dude.
All the holidays, huh? Happy
Absolutely.
holidays.
Happy holidays. And yeah, you got the brick veneer. You got the whole deal going on, dude.
Yeah, I got like a foot of snow outside the back. You can't really see it, but
Yeah,
got
it was snowing like crazy.
got some inches, boy, up there.
Yep, we're
You
going
almost weren't able
snowboarding
to
soon.
make the show. Power went
Oh,
out.
yeah.
The whole grid went down.
Yeah, supposedly, with the fires from the last season up in NorCal, it gets a little messy even when the snow and the rain comes, the mudslides. But
Dude.
supposedly there was a down tree that knocked over a power line earlier. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
we
been
got you.
crazy up there. Yeah, definitely prayers to NorCal and
Yeah.
and the surrounding areas, because they've all been going through it. With when those fires come ripping through, man, everybody around is feeling that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be a divided state, because I lived in SoCal and it's
Mhm.
beautiful, right? It's like the weather, the beaches, but now I live up here and and I'm paying top dollar taxes. Why? What do I get? Nothing, dude. I get power outages. I get snow. It's horrible.
What do I get? Dude, that's a
Yeah.
great point.
Yeah,
The
it
taxes
sucks.
make sense if you're in SoCal and it's,
Yeah.
70
San
and
Diego.
sunny in December and January.
Yeah.
You're able to go to the beach, but you guys are getting rocked up there. Oh, that's a good point. That's a great point. So yeah, for the listeners, where exactly are you in NorCal?
I'm in Susanville, California. It's like
Okay, there we
80
go.
miles north of Reno.
Dude, that's beautiful land out there.
It is beautiful, yeah.
Yeah.
It is nice.
Mhm.
California is a beautiful state, I will say.
It is,
But-
and it is a lot. It is like two states essentially, because
Yeah.
once you get halfway up the state, most of it's forest. Like all that area that
Yeah.
you're in is all forest area.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to
And
Cali.
For all the listeners too, this is, Dalton's been on before, so if you guys want to hear his whole story of how he started and all that, just go back, check it out. Listen, we're jamming this episode just to kind of catch up a little bit. It was a long year, and Dalton was a big part of Dynasty and what we did this season, and our plans moving forward. So having him on the show is an obvious thing. But yeah, man. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that, dude, about how the year went, how you felt personally, from start to finish, because it was kind of up and down, and I think a lot of listeners can relate to like injuries. Injuries really suck, and stuff you had to deal with a lot this year and overcome. But yeah, what's your overall take?
Well, I will say it's funny too, because last time I was on the podcast with you guys and I was talking about injuries and how I was able to avoid them my whole career. Honestly, I think maybe I jinxed myself, but I said, like, what's up with these young kids? They're always getting hurt. Back we used to play at, SC Village and Redlands and all these places where we would be diving on rocks.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I jinxed myself a little.
Oh shit.
But as far as the year and just getting back into paintball, because maybe some of you won't remember, I took about a year and a half, almost 2 years off, to get my work life situation back. And I will say, just my headspace and having paintball in my life is, oh my god, I can't even tell you what it does for me. Like,
Mm-hmm.
just day to day, because I may not play as much as I used to, but 90% of my thoughts are probably paintball,
Hell
and
yeah.
you know what the other 10% is, but
Netflix
yeah,
at work. Yeah.
chill.
Netflix and chill. Yeah, man, Dalton, I love that about you, dude. It's having you back on the team has been like such a pleasure for me personally, because you're a paintball geek, you're a paintball nerd. You love to just talk paintball. It's like you truly love it. It's a passion of yours, and it's undeniable. So having you back, man, in the organization, even though you weren't on the field 100% of the time, I'd rather have you out there because that's super deadly. But just having you back around, dude, is so good for the camp.
Yeah, thanks. And it's funny. I hear like Nick was on your show, Nick Laval.
Mm-hmm.
He gave me a shout out saying I was one of the guys he would pick to just be back on the team, just because my off the field. And I hear that a lot. It does mean a lot. I don't see it, but yeah,
Yeah, they're kind of crazy.
I just feel like an asshole.
Well,
You
you were
bring some
even
magic to the team, dude. You bring some magic to any organization you go to.
absolutely. I mean, it's Dalt.
Mhm.
You were even helping from afar, though, in World Cup. You played a big part in giving them as much information as possible. So, even though you weren't there at the event, you're still doing a lot for the team with that information, which is probably the most important thing there is. Obviously.
Yeah, and that helped me too, because dealing with injuries, like just speaking on that stuff, it is kind of shitty, man. It's like at some point you can't really predict these things, and stuff happens. And I was kind of down on myself because I'm not as active as I used to be. I don't. Do you guys hear my dogs?
Yeah, a little bit. They're okay though. You got
Shout out
Piper
the
over there?
dogs. Yeah,
We got a
you
new
got
puppy, Murphy. Come.
Oh, Murphy.
Yeah, his name's
Murphy and
Murphy.
Piper.
Murphy and Piper. He's a puppy.
There he is.
Hey.
This is one of the best parts of the show. We get to meet the dogs. Don't let
Shout
them
out
leave.
Murphy.
Murph
Dude,
dog.
Murphy's beautiful.
He
Is it
his
a
first
boy,
snow
boy or
day.
girl?
It's a boy. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. But yeah, just dealing with injuries, it sucks, man. Like, it really just, you get in your head and you're like, all right, this might be my last time playing. Am I going to be able to walk when I'm older? Sometimes you just get real negative in your head. And fortunately, that was short lived, and I did have that little streak. And then I talked to friends and family, and
Mhm.
then watching Dynasty and like trying to feel like I was a part of helping you guys. And I didn't even feel like I was doing much, but the reporting back from you guys, they were like, "Oh, this is really helping." I'm like, "Oh shit, all right." So I amped it up, and I was helping as much as I possibly could, being from home.
Yeah, Blake and I talked about it just on a phone call between him and I, but you weren't giving us a ton of information, but you were
Yeah.
giving us really valuable information. And it was stuff like we have so much trust for you and your paintball IQ that it's like the stuff you said. Blake was the one that said this. He's like, "Yeah, I just really took it to heart and applied it, and it worked." And same thing for me. Same thing. And like I remember going into that final match. Well, first he gave me shit for shooting my gun early in the damage game. I was like, "Damn it, yep, sorry for letting you down on that one, Dalt. That should have been a clean bunker there." But just the information, like it was so spot on. And also, we're going into these games. You know how it is, like. You're trying to figure out how you're going to play that match, how you're going to dissect the other team and like what's going to happen. And so you might have these ideas, but having you send a message that would kind of confirm or deny my thoughts, which you were talking about Meter being in that center wedge shooting Dorito away, and
Right.
Archie really only likes to attack if shit's hitting the fan, which was true. Is like if they lose Billy, that's when Archie's going to go. And just so many different ideas on how the game was breaking down. I was like, dude, yeah, 100%. Yeah, this is it. You're right. Like we're confirming we're on the same page, and it just made things a little more clear. And then also nice to know that your boy's watching. You want to make you proud too, you know. But man, it was super valuable. Obviously, way more valuable having you out on the field, having you attacking down the Dorito sides, what you do best. But yeah, man, it was special. It was a special year, dude. Even
it's funny because the only private messages I sent were to Blake and Marcelo, and look how they played, huh, T?
Oh shit! Coach of the year, dude. They're saying Skinny Kevin. It might be Dalton.
I know.
They don't even have you in the running.
That's funny. Yeah. Coach was actually texting me he's like, who's playing good? Who's playing bad? I'm like, I don't know. Yeah. Because honestly, like watching, and it's funny because I always re-watch the stuff, and there was games like that I played like so good. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna watch the webcast and they're gonna be hyping me up, and it's just like you don't even see the Dorito guy, and
100%.
Like, Maddie doesn't even talk about me. I'm like, oh, whatever.
It happens so much over there.
The information that you were sending me during the tournament was all wrong, though. That was the only thing I couldn't get. It was like, what is he talking about?
I was like, Marcelo's gonna go to the snake every time, bro. You gotta,
gotta key up. Key up. That's funny. That would be something Dalton would do. Hey, T, look for this match.
Yeah, you know what's funny, T?
He didn't. No help. I didn't get no help from Dalton. Yeah, my boy.
Damn.
I saw this video online. It was this dad sending his daughter messages about a football game, and she would relay them to her boyfriend like, oh wow, how do you know that? She like, the secondary is playing way too far back, and you would say that to your boyfriend. It'll be like, so I was like thinking of this idea to tell my wife, because Tyler's wife and my wife are like best friends.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna tell Jack to tell Sarah like these intricate things of the game, and Tyler's gonna be like, how do you know that? That would be funny.
Dude, that'd be good. I love that.
Would be. These are all fun segments. Dude, you've got the YouTube streamer background right now, Dalton. You should turn it into a show.
There you go.
Yeah, you could do stuff like that.
Yeah, I wanted to do a show, just clowning people, like bring the old what was the old short bus videos back?
Bus. Yeah.
But no one knows how to take a joke.
It is a delicate system, but you got to go for it, bro. You know, like I think that it would still be a hit. I think people would eat that up.
You would get so canceled, Dalton.
Yeah.
You would get so canceled. It happened so
slip
fast.
Up so bad.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but like we even talked with because Tizzle, Cash Money, Todd Martinez, he was one of the guys who would be a part of the bits, and the Play the Game podcast, PTG World, has been sending him still like clips. They'll send him clips because they really want him to bring it back. They want that back.
Yeah, dude, we need it. That's fun. That was like the best segment. But I will say this podcast, man, and like if you're a kid coming up, and I was telling Marcelo the other day, I wish I had something like this to get into these players' heads and just think how they think, and you get a first look at like we obviously didn't have anything like this, and I will say it's huge that you guys are doing this. I'm like your biggest fan. I literally watched.
Let's go.
I was just gonna say Dalton's our biggest fan, dude.
Yeah. I watched every single one you guys post. I'm not gonna lie.
Hell
so awesome, dude.
Yeah, every single one.
We got to get you in the chat in the PTG world.
Oh
bro.
Yeah, let's run it. I won't be active, but
that's cool. Yeah, you just hang out. It'll be perfect.
Bro, Dalton's got to be so sick of me by the time we get to practice.
I know.
I'm like, hey, Dalton, you want a room together? And he's like, fuck, I've been listening to you talk for 2 weeks straight.
Right.
That's hilarious.
I know.
He's like, turn it off.
Turn it off. Can you just shut up? Just stop.
He loves it. That's what he lives for, dude. Paintball is the best because of that kind of stuff, dude. It really is. You know?
Yeah, man. I can't wait till we get back to practicing. Dude, Dalton, we got Archie. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it was unexpected, obviously. Yeah, I'm always like the hype boy to watch like the off-season moves, and to see a move that obviously is someone coming to our team like Archie, I'm like, whoa, I almost didn't believe it. I still don't even believe it.
So hold on. Your first knowing of it was when it hit the web,
Yeah.
and you were like,
Well, I
"Oh,
got little rumors of it,
yeah,
but I'm like such a guy that's like, I'll believe it when I see it.
of
Just
course, yeah,
paintball's developed that for me. But
Yeah,
yep,
that's
don't,
so true. Until the
yeah,
deal is done.
yeah,
yeah."
100%.
Well, that's like a staple in life. Don't count your chickens
right.
before they hatch. You know,
Heck
it's like
yeah.
it's one of those laws of life.
Yeah, but it is cool. It's cool that he would even consider us, and it's pretty amazing that someone like that, his caliber of play, is gonna to think I'm gonna be playing with him, and Marcelo's
Mhm.
probably gonna be on the bench and all that now. But it's
Shit.
just kidding.
I don't know. I think I'm thinking about taking your spot as the one on
I
the Dorito
know.
side. We'll have Archie behind me. You could just stay home. Give me intel.
It's
from the
funny to trail back to all of that and how Marcelo did play really good as the one and at World Cup. At the practice, he was playing. The whole team was pretty much playing bad, and I felt like I was playing bad too. And just the first like 10 minutes on that layout, I'm like, this is not a Dalton layout. Like I knew
No
it.
shit.
I was like, honestly, I don't even know if I told you, but I was like, I don't feel like I'm gonna play. I should just go try to play the snake side if I want playing time, because I know I'm gonna sit myself for Marcelo at this event, because it wasn't my style, like that bounce shot, slow play. It looked like it was gonna be a lot harder off the break than it was, of course, but just so many bounce shots, and like I'm like,
Super
uh-oh,
technical.
super technical. Yeah,
Mhm.
so it wasn't really my style. So it actually worked out good. Honestly, they probably would have lost if I was there. So
Dude,
shout
that is so
outs.
not true though, because you were playing good. You went down and had a bunch of game winning moves against Impact. You were like our one bright spot that day.
But
And then
that's how you know you're gonna play bad at the tournament. If you're playing good at
that's
practice.
true.
Everyone
That's true.
knows.
That's such a
Yeah,
disaster
I do want
sometimes.
to pick your brain on that. Like the fact that everyone we've had on from Dynasty has
Says
said the
that, huh?
same thing. Like at practice it was not going well. With it didn't even didn't feel good. We were playing bad or whatever. But how much of that is? I mean, obviously it's real, but you guys know what you're capable of at all times. When you show up at the tournament, it's a whole different. That's when everything matters, right? So
Yeah.
like to go through that kind of stuff at practice, how much does it eat into the team or not eat into the team? Like what's the energy like when that's happening? Because a lot of people out there experience that. They experience, maybe having a rough day, but then it could make the team implode. How do you guys all navigate that as like top tier professionals?
Yeah, that is something hard to deal with. It's especially so many different personalities on the team. Some people could take it the wrong way, like Marcelo, and just go crazy. Some people no, but it's funny because um, this team, like looking back, and I watched some more footage actually of us. I would honestly say that we're the best off the break team in the league. I don't know.
Mhm,
What do you
mhm.
think?
I think it's close. Yeah, I think this year we had a lot of success off the break. We did a really good job of figuring out who we wanted to shoot, how we were going to shoot them, and executing on it.
Yes.
100%. It
So
felt
in
like we had
practice,
advantages a lot.
that plays a big role because the paint, obviously, it's not
Mm,
breaking. Impact
mhm,
actually is a team that I would say is pretty high caliber off the break and shooting lanes, and all the top teams are. The top 4 teams in any given tournament could be, that team that's the best off the break. But consistently, I think Dynasty through the years, you know, Ryan, Yosh, Marcelo, Blake he's been great off. Even Tyler, when you were on the team, it was like, and maybe you learned that from this team a little bit, but you were always lights out off the break. So, but that does, at practice, you're not getting those shots off the break. People are cheating, trying to earn spots. I
Yeah.
cheat all the time at practice. Impact literally had a guy. Impact literally every time their guy that wasn't playing, they would have a designated guy to watch me at practice. That's why I was playing so good.
Let them know,
But
dog. Let them
yeah,
know.
When you were on Impact or when
no,
recently with us?
recently the
They're watching
weekend of
you.
practice,
That's funny.
Trevor Reeser came over there. He's like, "Damn it! I walked all the way over here. They wanted me just to watch you, and you're not even playing this point." I'm like, "Oh, that's funny." He
Dude,
Yeah.
told me that.
me and Mishka are the sickest refs ever.
Yeah.
We're gonna be such good refs when we're older. Me and Mishka are out there.
Is that the plan, fellas?
Yeah, like when I get older, for sure, I'm gonna ref some paintball.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know? Yeah. Why wouldn't you? Why
It
wouldn't
is
you get out
important.
there?
Like we always say that at practice too.
You
Like
got to
go
give
down there
back
and
to the
ref.
game. Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't know what shots you're shooting and people cheating. It happens at practice because
Mhm.
the paint's bouncy and sometimes I get hit in the leg or some weird spot. And you're like, oh, that definitely bounced, and you don't even look, and it's like, uh-oh.
Yeah. No, practice, there's definitely a different energy at practice, even compared to that practice
Hey,
before the
guys, I
event.
got to break this up. Hold on a second. Hold
Oh,
on.
boy.
We got a caller.
We
Hold on.
got
Oh
action.
no,
We got a caller live on the air.
are we
Hello?
live?
This is Play the Game podcast.
Is this my mother?
Oh, hold on.
Is
Are we
it?
having
Is
issues?
it Lori?
Hold on. There we
Mom,
go.
I'm
Oh,
not coming
God.
Hello?
home for Christmas.
Alexander.
You're snowed in.
Hello.
There he is.
Hello.
Oh.
Hello. You are live
My
on Play the Game
TSX,
podcast.
my TSX fell apart. Do you have anyone that can fix it?
I don't know. How we doing, Al? We got Dalton on the
Good,
line.
boys. Hey, muchacho.
Hey,
What's up,
Senor
What do you want for
Papi.
Christmas? You gonna ask Santa for D's for Christmas?
Yeah, I need knees. I need toes.
Not knees, dude.
D's.
D's.
D's, son.
Oh, D's.
D's
What do you mean
nuts.
D's.
D's?
No.
God damn it.
Fell for
How you
it.
doing, guys? It's the little the love fest, huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
a
yeah.
little bit. You know?
Good to have
Three-way.
you, Al. Yeah.
How's the leg?
I'm good, dude.
Dude, he's doing
Um,
sprints. You
Dalton
haven't
wasn't
seen the
even
videos?
hurt. He just
Yeah.
didn't want to play.
I didn't want to play. I knew you guys would win without me.
Hey, that's
No, actually, I heard
pathetic. You know,
when I went down, like I heard people yelling like, "Oh my God, he's their best player. They're screwed." People were like chanting like
True,
they
it's
shouldn't even
true.
go to the event. Stuff
Those
like
are the
that.
walk-ons on the sidelines that
Yeah.
didn't know anything about paintball.
I considered not going. I thought we were gonna get embarrassed without you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it feels
stuff.
good. I actually started running for the first little light jogs 2 days ago, and with no pain, so it's good.
That's good,
But-
man. It's good to hear your voice. The team is not complete without you, and we're building it. So you're definitely an integral part of that, and excited to get things rolling. And how about you, Tyler? You feeling better?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm hanging in there. I'm making it through.
Good. Yeah, no, I listened to the interview with Quinn, which if you guys haven't listened to that yet, go check that out. It's a lot of interesting topics discussed on that one, and I certainly enjoyed listening.
Heck yeah.
But yeah,
Dude, the
I
iconic dance you guys
I heard
did.
the part where you said you weren't feeling so good, so I was thinking about you, and hopefully you're on the mend.
Thank you. I am, dude. It was like 6 days straight of a headache it was the worst. And then now I'm starting to feel a little bit better. And in about a couple days, I should be able to re-enter society. I'm gonna, test and everything and make sure I'm good to go and re-enter like a newborn,
Nice.
rebirth.
Good, dude. You're fresh. Cured by Joe Rogan and his worm killer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ivermectin.
Ivermectin.
You know what's funny about that? People are like, yeah, listen to Joe Rogan, and that's how I'm going to treat my COVID. Like, if you break your leg, you're not going to Joe Rogan. You're going to a doctor. Like, come on, get with it, people.
Oh, Alex. Lost in the
Whatever.
sauce,
All right.
baby.
I don't know.
Alex, what are you doing right now, dude?
Lost in the sauce.
I'm actually driving to meet two of my buddies that are kind of old OG paintball players, Ferdinand Piano and Edgar Matias, who is a guy from the Lofty days, and I'm gonna have some dinner with those guys. So
Boring.
I'm connecting. Yeah. Well, pretty much. Yeah. Actually,
Sounds like a
going
hoot
to-
owl.
I'm going to that party from Eyes Wide Shut. Is that boring?
That's a riot.
Yeah.
That's a good time.
Yeah.
That's a good time.
Hey, Al, who's in the running
Yeah.
for Snake Player of the Year, from your opinion, then?
God, who knows, man? I mean, it's like Mouse in that first event was so. Here's the thing: without Mouse, I don't think that the Impact would have won that event. That's just plain and simple. So
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, even though his team didn't do that great throughout the entire year, I feel like he's by and large the best true Snake player. I don't think that's debatable. Now, Snake Player of the Year, who I guess I shined pretty bright in Chicago, but otherwise,
Oh yeah, baby.
I was
I was a diamond.
So, yeah. Yeah, Dalton coined it. I'm the future of the game. Yeah,
the future,
new life. But yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, and then you've got obviously guys like Chad George, Billy Bernaccia, guys that are staples that are just always going to put up a great performance no matter what. I mean, Chad's performance in that in the Dust Bowl was amazing. So I mean, kind of one of those mid-year tournaments that people tend to forget about. But I mean, you and Chad Tyler were pretty dominant over there that event, but it got kind of eclipsed by Fedorov running crazy in the Doritos. So I do think that Chad's name is certainly in the conversation as well. So
yeah, but
man, I can't,
Chad did it with Tyler behind him, which is a lot easier. You had to do it with Ryan behind you.
Yeah, having Tyler behind you is like cheating. It's like Game Genie. Remember Game Genie?
Yeah.
That's your new name, Tyler Game Genie Harmon.
Dude, rub my belly. Grant 3 wishes.
Dude, Tyler is the Game Genie.
Anyway, yeah, no, I think I'm honored to be even in the conversation. I don't know if I am in the conversation, but
you got my vote,
yeah,
bro. You had a brand new shell on that egg, bro. I ain't never seen nothing like that.
You told me that during the tournament. I mean, right after you guys got knocked out by Revo, you're like, "Hey, man, you're playing great," and I know you're not pulling any punches, so definitely.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
I appreciate that, and yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
Event, and, having Dalton in there to help out obviously was a huge boost, and always is a team effort. I mean, everyone knows that. You can get a couple kills and have a couple good points, but teams win tournaments, not players, except for Mouse.
Yeah, that first event, I mean, it's hard to argue. He had too many big moments where their team would have been knocked out if it weren't for him.
Yeah, I mean, there was one point against Damage. Go back and watch it. I mean, it was a disaster for Damage, but I mean, Mouse played it it was superb. I watched it on the sidelines, and I was like, after I was standing over by J-Rab, and J-Rab's gun was completely broken. It was 4-on-2, so it's basically 4-on-1, and then they all came running in at J-Rab, and Mouse shot 2 of them, and then ran down the field and shot the other 2 guys. It was I mean, masterful.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I think after all the facts considered, I don't know how you don't vote for me. But I mean, baby, it's my last chance. It's my last chance.
Yeah, it's your last chance. Come on,
He's
dude.
tricking everybody. Yeah.
Dude, you played some really inspired paintball this year, Alex. It's awesome to see, and fuck, seeing little clips of your World Cup speech to the team. I mean, dude, that's one of those speeches. It's going to go down in history, and that fire that you brought this year definitely helped propel the team into greatness. Yeah, man.
Yeah, and I will say thank you. I appreciate that, but a lot of that has nothing to do with actually playing paintball. It has to do with my mentality.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the thing that changed for me. Is that I kind of found a new approach and kind of inspiration to do that. And a lot of that came from COVID, right? What we all loved got taken away from us, and that was a huge bummer. And it made me reflect on it and think, hey, I really did take it for granted. Honestly, looking at my the last 10 years or so of my playing career, I was like, kind of not half in it, but there's a lot of factors going on, but I feel like I improved because of my outlook, and also the team. You got to believe in the guys, right? If you don't feel that the team believes in you, then it's hard to believe in yourself. So and I'm just I always believe in my teammates, but it can come off a little bit crap sometimes.
Yeah, you do a little too much sometimes. You're like,
yeah, I know.
wow, I can't believe how you loaded that pod. That
Yeah,
happened,
man.
guys. That actually happened.
That happened.
It did happen, dude. That was amazing, actually, the way you loaded that.
Do you remember that?
That was Chris.
Oh, didn't spill a paintball. Gun up.
Yep.
Got the pod in there.
Got to get them all in there.
And
So
gotta get 'em all
what's
in there.
on the agenda? Where are we at in the interview? Are we at the end or the beginning or what?
Well, they're not interviews, first of all, Alex. They're conversations. We're just hanging out. This isn't a chore to come on Play the Game podcast and be interviewed. We're not drilling you. We were just talking.
Dalton,
Yeah.
for you, Dalton, like I know you took a lot of time off for like work and all that stuff, and like what's your motivation to get back into paintball? I mean, I know it's stressful with the traveling and on the family and with work and all that stuff. And like, what is your driving force in really wanting to come back and do this? Because honestly, like guys are like, oh, Dalton, who knows what he's gonna do with an injury and all that stuff. But you came back and you're raring to go, and obviously you're gonna do that again. So I'm curious to what your driving force is right now.
Yeah, actually, we got into it a little bit about me taking some time off and just having paintball in my life is just like with stress. And I've talked to you about it, Al, and you even were one of the ones that were like, you need paintball. It's like you need to get out of your head. You need to go away from work, even your family sometimes, and just get in those moments where you're just totally locked into doing something that you're fully invested in, just being better and getting better at something that just the progression. And over the years, I think paintball is just it's just so much more than just a game. Obviously, it's the friends, it's for me, it's family, me and my dad, and then it's just, I don't know, I just keep coming back. It's hard to escape it, but it's definitely something I do need because like just my day-to-day thoughts are better with paintball in it. It's like it motivates me to work out. It motivates me to be a better dad. It's like paintball is just such a part of my life. It just can't escape its grasp.
Those are some valuable words there. I mean, really, a lot of what you said has nothing to do with winning and losing paintball tournaments.
Yeah.
It has to do with the community and what the game itself brings to you. Because when you're in there, man, when you're in the game and you're focusing on what you're doing and you're getting shot at, there's no time to think about your problems.
Yeah.
There's no time to think about your overtime. There's no time to think about changing diapers. There's no time to think about having an argument with your wife. There's no time to think about that stuff, and you're completely in the moment, which in a way is freedom, right? Like that's why a lot of these skaters and skiers and athletes are addicted to being in the zone and playing in that moment, and that's why they become great, is because they find freedom in those moments where they're completely present. And yeah, that's the thing. We get the bonus of going also on a vacation to do that, right? We get to go to a place together and hang out and tell stories and talk shit and go eat together and do all that stuff. And it's shout out to all the paintball moms and wives out there that let us do it and support it, especially Jackie, who's a gem, by the way, and Sarah. Shout out to Sarah, who's a stellar person and certainly a super supportive paintball wife. And I've seen so many great players over the years just get dragged down by a spouse or a girlfriend that's unsupportive, and it breaks my heart because it's like sucking the lifeblood out of somebody, which is the bummer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's pivotal. Yeah, paintball is the best thing ever. Like even I'm sure when we're all done playing paintball, which will never really be done, we'll always be in the game in some facet, but we're gonna pick up things along the way that are gonna continue to drive us because you just can't sit around.
Sure, I mean I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah, baby.
Alex told me he's gonna go play for a semi-pro team when he retires from Dynasty. I believe him too.
Well,
I think
number one, I'm never going to retire from Dynasty. They're gonna have to carry me off kicking and screaming.
Oh, you changed your tune then. A couple wins and you changed your tune.
I'm not retiring. I'm Never gonna retire, dude. You guys, you and Blake are gonna have to sit me down, take me out to Wings and Strangers, nice spa dinner, and just say, "Hey, man, you're gone."
That's a good tactic. We have to take you to
you're
Wings and
gone.
Things because you're never going there. So we'll never have the chance to be there to have the conversation.
Dude, Wings and Things is the bomb, baby.
How could you ever
Wings and
stop
Things.
playing paintball? Honestly, I mean,
Yeah.
even as I get older,
that's the thing. Yeah, I mean, I considered it, right? Like, I was like kind of 1 foot out the door in a way. Like, over the years, I pick up a kid, pick up Kyle. Okay, this guy's gonna be my replacement. Pick up Mouse, pick up these people that you want to have kind of step into your shoes so they can be your successor. And after this last year, I was like, you know what? I have to play. This is my identity. It really is. Like, if I'm at home for more than like 3 weeks or a month, I start going stir crazy.
Yeah.
I gotta be. I can just go play. Like, I played at Capital Edge this week and it was awesome. Like, I went and played pools. I went and played speedball. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys this story. So I go out there and they still have the same layout from World Cup, right? Out at Dave's Field.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a mixed up game. It's like me, Yosh, and Wayne, and a couple of other guys, and some kids that are out there, like younger kids, like 17.
You found the
18.
new bounce shot?
Yeah. No, but I was doing like a couple games. I run the snake. I do some of the stuff I do in the tournament, right? And I was just thinking like, I got bunkered like 4 or 5 times by these kids. They'd like, I'd see them and run, I'd sort of smash and trade with them, and like, dude, I swear to you, and I was like driving home, and I was like, you know what's crazy about this? I was literally just 3 weeks ago or a month ago playing it with, quote, the best players in the world on the biggest stage and, on this same field layout. And 3 weeks later, I'm out here getting bunkered by a 17-year-old, with an axe or whatever. It's crazy. It's like amazing that paintball can bring that, right?
Yeah.
And it's humbling, but also amazing.
You're also like FaceTiming during all that too, so.
I FaceTime during the one good point I had.
That's so funny. Yeah, I heard
It truly is a team sport. Yeah.
Not 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
Paintball the ride.
Paintball the ride. Yeah,
You're right, Dalton.
Funny.
You're absolutely right, man.
We're all on it.
Yeah.
How about you guys, Tyler? What are you guys? What's heat planning? You guys gonna pick somebody up, or you're just gonna steady?
Dude, we got big plans. You don't even know.
You don't even know.
You don't even know. I heard Oliver's going to.
You going for Ryan? You going for Ryan?
Yeah, we're getting everybody. So just stay ready. Stay ready.
You're gonna be playing with those kids that are bunkering you at. Yeah.
Yeah. We already. Yep. We sent a letter out to him. We have. We got him on the waiver wire. He's ready to step on in.
Tyler just figured out in fantasy football that you can change your roster each week.
My first year. This is my first year ever.
So I saw. Get him, Daddy.
Yeah, he's doing good. He's doing good.
This is my first year ever in the history of my fantasy football career play.
Which means he's probably going to win, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that how it goes?
That's how it goes. Yep.
Yeah. We're going heads up. Me and Marsh, actually, it's big news in PTG world, dude. We got a battle.
We're in playoffs.
Yeah.
Playoffs, baby. If Aaron Rodgers doesn't play because of his damn toe, I'll tell him about that time Alex Frazier played with his snake back.
Yeah.
The broken back victory dance.
Oh, that was so good, Al.
It's an NFT now.
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, you just threw it to the wind. You were like, here, have this free NFT of me.
It's not his, it's the photographer's. That's their media.
Yeah.
That's who can keep it? God damn it.
Yeah. Yeah. As a player in the NXL, you waive your rights to any of your photos. But of course, Alex wouldn't mind. That's for the culture, baby. That photo is so funny. Alex, you've seen it, right? It's on the paintball trading cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
That's tight. I love
Holding
it.
his back, walking down the field with his gun as like a walker.
It's the Yoda move.
Yeah, that is so good.
Yeah. That's such a good move.
And then he took off like a bat out of hell. He
Yeah.
just flew down the field.
That was actually the hardest I ran all tournament.
Big man, you've been feeling yourself, dude. I love it. It's good for the team. Real quick before we let you go, I know you said you had to go here at 5:30. It's about 5:30. What's up with the Iron Kids documentary? What's going on with that? Can the listeners expect any news? You got anything you want to drop?
Yeah, so not any big news, but we are in the process of production right now. We did some shooting up in Carson City and some shooting down here where Mare Island used to be, and
Okay.
where the paintball field used to be. Mare Island's still there, but so we're gonna do some interviews in February down in San Diego with some of the guys, and then a lot of collection of old media and photos and video and archival stuff that we're gonna put together, and we're gonna try to shoot for a October November release. So no promises, but our goal is to make something tells our story and is a quality and artful piece. We're not just trying to rush it out. So however long it takes is how we're gonna do it. And we're making it ourselves. We're not beholden to any sponsor or producer. It's just me and Oliver that are basically funding it out of the Hormesis stuff. So yeah, props to everyone who's contributed to buying a headband and all that stuff, because that's what we're using to make some art. And that's the thing. And hopefully it's a stepping stone to more type of productions like that, because I feel like paintball has kind of lost that really kind of in-depth storytelling. It's all just kind of flashy highlight reels and compelling stuff with the slow motion and everything. But and then you've got Go Sports, which tells a story, but it's in a kind of traditional sports sort of way. It's not like this long form documentary storytelling, which really starts to get into the characters and not really about the game. And really, that's what we're going for. Where it is going to be about the game of paintball, of course, and our story. But really, it's going to be like about some of the stuff we talked about earlier. What did paintball bring to us when we were that age, right? Like we were lost kids. I was angry because my parents got divorced. Like there's complex issues there that paintball really helped me and some of the other guys to find a family, and that's the thrust. So we're excited to tell that story, and I feel like it's relatable because no matter who you are, where you come from, what you're into, everyone has an interesting story and a struggle. You could be the richest man in the world, or you could be, a homeless man on the street. Everyone has their struggle. So that's we are lucky enough to have each other and the game of paintball, and really, that's the story.
Yeah, man, I'm so excited for that documentary. I mean, you look back to like all the videos that got us hooked, Sunday Drivers, Push when we were younger, that really captivated our attention. Serial Killers, because it did a great job of telling the stories of professional paintball players. And so, dude, I cannot wait. I hear Oliver's going to be here for some of that in like February. He's flying in February to do some of the filming. Is that right?
Yeah, he's gonna come down for the interviews for sure.
So you might play the first event?
There might be a sighting. Yeah, we'll see.
Oliver
Lance. A huge volcano erupted over there, and like 3 days ago, he's like, "I'm going on a scuba diving trip." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "I'm going to be out of touch for 2 weeks." I'm like, "All right, have fun." And then there's like this volcano. The funny part about that is when Ryan and I were over there with Oliver one time, and Oliver had never been scuba diving before, and we all got hammered the night before, and he didn't have a license or anything. He's like, "How hard could it be?"
Ryan saved his life.
There, we're down there like 50 feet down, and Oliver runs out of air. So what does he do? Swims over to Ryan and yanks his regulator out of his mouth.
What?
Like, Ryan, I'm gonna live and you are going to die.
What a friend.
And then little did Oliver know each rig has two regulators. So like Ryan's like, just take this extra one and we'll go up to the surface.
That's funny. I have a completely different story from Ryan. The story from Ryan is that he I believe you. Ryan's story is that he swam to a distressed Oliver and saved him and gave him his second breathing tube.
I would love to see Oliver in Squid
Oliver
Games.
tried to yank Ryan's thing out of his mouth.
That's hilarious, dude. Fuck. Well, I mean, God, that could have been so bad. Jesus.
Those two guys are the best, man.
Yeah.
The first thing Oliver said to Ryan, we were FaceTiming Oliver after we won the tournament. I hand the phone to Oliver, and Oliver goes, "I can't believe you didn't get the golden barrel," to Ryan. No congratulations, nothing, dude. Just shit talking.
Yeah, of course. It's how it's got to be between
good.
You guys, man.
I love that.
Dude, I can still hear all the timeless one-liners and things that he would say, from being around him for so long. He would just say the funniest things. Oh my God. Yeah, I miss O. I hope he's doing great, man. Cannot wait to see him someday soon.
You'll see him at the first event, sounds like.
Yeah, he's gonna be
possibly. Fingers crossed.
Eggman. Also, dude, on behalf of PTG, just want to thank you so much, you and Oliver, for spreading the Hormesis love to the crew. You consistently send us really cool stuff to hand out to our group. For all the listeners, I'm showing one of the bands on YouTube right now, the Dynasty band. But thanks, dude. We really appreciate the love and support.
Dude, my pleasure. I all you guys out there, keep supporting the community and these pro players. Everyone's doing these little projects that are really thoughtful and they care about. Like you guys doing your podcast. Nico Hyde's another guy with Enjoy Paintball.
Yeah.
Like I'm super into that. The paintball trading card guy. There's just all these little projects that are Quinn with Iconic. Like it's people that care, and that's what I'm into. Is
Hey,
Tank Angle.
Could you make me a Hormesis headband that says "Play like your parents are divorced"? Just kidding.
We can both have those.
Just have a broken heart as the emblem. Oh, I gotta say this before I forget, because the coach of the New York team that I coach, I'm the assistant coach over there, but the head coach always asks if we could get a Hormesis headband with a clipboard for the coaches one time.
Dude, that's a great idea.
Yeah, it's a fantastic idea.
One time.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see how a clipboard would translate into embroidery. Let me think about that.
Right.
I did have one that was a pen. Like
Yeah,
the
maybe
pen
a
is
pen.
mightier than the sword.
Ooh,
But that could also be a coach thing too.
Or X and O.
Yeah, there you go. X and O.
X
Kisses
and
and
O.
hugs.
Hugs and kisses. Yeah, baby.
I like it. Yeah. Eggman, dude.
Well, you boys are the best. I gotta run. I gotta say, I miss all you guys, and I am
Miss you,
stoked
bro.
to get things rolling again, and see all your beautiful faces.
Happy
Love you,
holidays to you and the fam,
Love
dude.
you.
That includes you, Tyler. That includes you.
Much love, dude.
You're
Happy
actually the top
holidays.
of the list. Most beautiful face.
Love you, Al.
Merry
Love you,
Christmas.
bro.
Love you guys.
See ya.
Love you.
Peace.
Whew. Sorry, Dope.
Oh.
We just didn't want to talk to you for a full hour and a half, so we had to bring Alex on.
That was like your first ever call-in. No,
Eggman.
you guys had other ones.
We had some call-ins. Yeah, we need
We've
to bring
had,
him back. We had so many
they're
call-ins
fun,
for a
yeah.
little while. Yeah,
we had
they're
Bear.
fun.
We had
Good.
Bear stopped by for
Oh,
a second.
really?
God, that was a
Yeah, you
disaster.
gotta
Must have been
listen
a
to
while
that.
ago.
Whose episode was that, Ty?
It was Tone. I think it was
No,
it wasn't.
No, it wasn't Tone. It
Um,
might have just been a you and me episode. Marcelo Mantis show.
it was pretty funny, dude. He laid into
Yeah,
Marsh just nonstop.
He just let it out.
He was just
Yeah.
on attack.
Yeah, all his predictions have been wrong.
Yeah.
Mm.
My
Yeah, he still
motherfucking respect.
He's definitely, I would say, one of the more like actual famous paintball players in.
He's not a
Obviously,
paintball player. He's a paintball promoter, and he's great at it. He's amazing.
He's
at
really
it. He's
good
the
at
best.
paintball.
he's
the
so good at
best.
paintball. Have you never
Have you
played it?
seen
He
him?
beat J-Rab in a one-on-one in flip flop.
Yeah.
I mean, he actually is good. He got
he
got
is
to the
good.
pro division. It's not like he's a bad paintball player. He is actually a good player. I think. Yeah,
Dude,
Marcelo
that was
really doesn't
so
know
crazy.
who's good and bad though.
Hey,
I struggle
was-
with that.
yeah. Marcelo doesn't know what's going on. This guy gloats on.
He doesn't know what's going on.
Dude.
He told me I don't even want to say it. Can I say this?
I don't know. If you
I
can
don't
say
know.
it.
What are you talking about?
All right. Well,
Do
he
it.
said. I'll tell you what he said.
Oh no.
I wrote something about who would you rather have, Meter or J-Rab? He's like, oh, Meter by far, and I was just like, I didn't even like give him a chance to respond.
Look, I said Meter's been playing. If you look at a stock, right? Meter stock is on its way up.
Yeah.
Meter is crushing it. He's playing so damn good right now. And J-Rab has honestly struggled a little bit. Dude, J-Rab's one of the best ever. No doubt. But the reality is that in the last couple seasons, he's been a little uninspired. He hasn't been committed to his team. He's not at all the events, So
Is he got a new career? Is that what's going on?
No,
I'm not
I
sure.
think he's just
I'm not sure.
uninspired.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I mean, look, J-Rab is someone that I've looked to for inspiration a ton. And if you would have asked me that, a year or two ago, I probably would have said J-Rab. And it's actually not even really a knock to J-Rab. It's more of like Meter has really, in my opinion, been playing some fucking good paintball. If you look even at our World Cup match in the finals, there was a point. it was
that he
the
shot
point.
Billy in the back of the head or something. Did you see that?
Yeah.
And then got shot. Or Ryan said that.
Yeah, that's
Ryan
right.
Brand was telling that story that he shot
Mhm.
Billy and then got shot.
Oh, that's funny. No, yeah, you're
That's
right. You're
pretty
right.
bad.
But no, I'm talking about the point. It was the big point with the buzzers where they were up 4-3,
Right.
and I hit the buzzer first. Dude, Meter went down and shot like 4
Yeah.
people and almost won the point in a 2-on-1 situation in the World Cup finals. I'm big on moments, right? And that's what J-Rab has had a ton of, is like
Right,
these like big moments in different games. And Meter's been having a lot of those lately. You know, going back, I think to even Chicago, World Cup last year, he's been dominant.
Well, just my counter argument, obviously I played on Impact, and J-Rab's the best player on Impact. Like, I don't even think you could argue. Well, obviously Mouse, but he plays a one position that, I mean, I don't know. It's tough, but just all around the best player, pound for pound, position for position, just full out games. He's the best player on
Mhm.
that team. And
Mhm.
if you take him off the field and he's not at the events, I I don't see them winning, honestly, without him.
Yeah, I mean, I've said that on the show too. Them, or maybe I said it on the Go Sports thing. But J-Rab not being at Cup, like people act
It hurts.
people act like, oh, what's wrong with Impact? They don't have J-Rab.
Yeah.
They don't have J-Rab. That's a big fucking problem.
Well,
That's a big problem.
as a paintball player, the dude is lights out, phenomenal.
Right.
And then also off the field, he brings a chemistry as well.
Yes.
Kind of like you, Dalton. Like there's certain chemistry characteristics that you have to have in the organization. Otherwise, it's just, I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. It's just
Yeah,
off
yeah.
a little bit, and you got to have that kind of stuff. So he's going to dominate on the field and then be that glue, that that laughter, that fun time. He just brings that as well to his team.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yep.
But yeah, playing with him, it's funny because I was actually thinking about this just as far as paintball, how it goes. Playing with all three of you guys, you two and J-Rab. I played J-Rab when I was on the team. Primarily, he played behind me.
Mhm.
And I got to play almost a different style when he was behind me because he's such a
Yeah.
gun dominant person. And like he's never going to be that person that's not that. So he just fights to the death. And it's like, it helps me because I'm like, all right, well, now I kind of get to play that more gun dominance and I get to move more. I know he's got these guys in,
Mhm.
and it just changes your play. And Tyler, you're like that too. When I'm behind you, or you're behind me, you're like that too. And it's like, all right, well, I got to take advantage because Tyler's got these guys in. So it's
At
almost
least
like,
2 or 3 of them, at
yeah, at
least.
least three of them. So I just find. And then and when you play with someone that's not like that, like me and Marcelo have a good little a thing going too, where it's like, all right, we play off each other. It's like, all right, he's got me in. All right, you get him. All right, and then you
Mhm.
switch, or you play a little bit slower, a little bit smarter, and
Mhm.
it works both ways. But you really got to understand who you're playing with and who's behind you and who's in front of you.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Yeah, you got to have that dialed in way prior to stepping onto the field together too, and be already
Yeah,
going over those, situations and what you guys are going to do, and having those good conversations out there.
for sure.
Yeah.
There's an ebb and flow to the game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny. The field layout kind of dictates how it's going to play. Who you're playing with dictates how it's going to play. But the good players can play all the different styles because it's going to be required, in different points of it, of an event, of a match, of a season. To be able to play all the styles is crucial.
Yep.
Yeah, baby.
Kung fu.
man.
You got to do a little kung fu here. You got to do a little Muay Thai over here. You got to switch it up.
What was your favorite event this season, Dalton? Had to be Chicago, I guess, right?
Dude, it sucked because the tournament that Tyler won, what was that, Philly?
Yeah.
Dude, I was like loving that layout, and like it was a field where you could read the box, and there were so many audibles. I don't think there's been a field like that ever that I could remember. There was just so many audibles. It was like, all right, I could see the back center's guys on me, so I'll run this route, or I could see
Mm.
that he's not on me, so I'll run that route. And I was loving that layout. I really thought as that tournament would have went longer, I would have played better and keep getting better. I was actually playing good at that event until I got hurt, which is a bummer. But and Fedorov, who I mean, I wouldn't say I play like Fedorov, but Fedorov's good at reading those holes and going when no one's looking.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something I try to pride myself on. It's like I play this style. It's like I heard somebody say on you guys' show, how much of your game is already pre-planned or how much of it's on the move,
Mm-hmm.
on the go. And for me, like literally almost 90% of it's just like pre-planned, these situations that I just already seen. It's like, all right, 2 guys are on me. All right, I'll just kind of chill. All right, 1 guy's on me. It's like, but he's really good at just reading those holes. All right, this 1 guy's on me. If I could get him in, or if I shoot him, it's like a
Mm-hmm.
home run play. So it's like you put yourself in these battles where it's like, all right, only this guy's on me. So I'll take this risk, battle him in, and then just go. Just like pull,
Mm-hmm.
just run through and shoot 3 more guys, and then he's over there dancing.
Mm-hmm.
Which I feel like if I was on the field, maybe he wouldn't have been able to do that. Who knows? But that was a field that I really enjoyed. Unfortunately, I got hurt. I don't know why. Maybe it was that stupid hard rock ground.
Dude, no, that's not why. You got hurt because you were trotting down the field when nobody was alive with your gun kind of on your hip, and you were just doing a little dance, and you landed wrong on one of your legs.
Yes, literally the first point of that tournament, like it was an up and over route where I would go all the way to the Dorito 3, and I was like, oh fuck, here we go. And I just ran, and I'm booking it, and I like came down on my hip so hard. And I've had hip things because you're diving on your hip for 25 years playing
I know.
paintball.
Yeah. Oh,
and,
I know.
Yeah. And so after that, I was like, oh, I got a sore hip, and I was good, But actually, I did some personal physical therapy, and that's what the guy was saying. Like, if your hip is a little jacked up, wongle, yeah, then then your knee won't be stable. So then my knee went out. But
it's all connected, dude. Yeah, if you have ankle issues, you're gonna feel it in your knees, your hip. If you have any issues anywhere in the body, it's gonna affect a different part of the body. That's why physical therapy and like things you learn in physical therapy is how to strengthen. Like if I have knee pain, okay, let's open up the flexibility in the hips, in the ankles, so that it relieves the pressure on the knee. It's so important to understand how the body is like a team. You need everyone to be firing. And you really do.
And I've learned
really
that because
but still, this was the Dalton 2-step.
Yeah, I did. Maybe I was probably feeling myself a little too much.
You're like kind of just trotting down, and then I don't know, maybe it was from pain, but it was like just an awkward step.
Yeah. And it was weird because I woke up and I couldn't even walk, and I don't even remember what happened. Like, I don't even remember the actual step. I kind of do, but it wasn't like, oh my God, it's pain. And that's something I've been dealing with because even when we won World Cup 2020, I hurt my hamstring. I was running out to that corner 50,000 points in a row.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I've heard people talk. I think Ryan was giving me shit. It was the overtime point. Everything was going bad. And my leg was jacked up. And I told Blake, I'm like, Blake, you got to go. I cannot run.
Yeah.
And everyone thought we screwed up the play they got confused. Why did Blake run? And oh my God, it was bad. My loader wasn't even on.
Me neither. In that final point.
We're talking about World Cup overtime last year.
2020.
Just to be clear.
Yeah.
So like literally at 5, I was like, Blake, you go. I cannot run. And
can you believe we had 2 loaders off in that
That's
point?
crazy.
Well, look that way. We almost lost the point.
Yeah, we
almost lost.
They were screwing around on the other side too because Jesse did didn't he screw up his gun somehow?
Yeah, he core sampled diving into the corner.
Yeah,
that right. Game's different if Jesse's gun's up.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That game's different. That's just the reality of it. Like we were at such a disadvantage. If he was able to attack and have a gun over there, that whole thing's different. But I mean, it's also different if 2 of our guys' loaders were on.
Yeah, no lie. That's crazy. When the loader goes into the pit, it should never go
I
off.
know.
You know what I'm
I don't know
saying?
what
No, what's
happened.
crazy is that you guys don't check it when you're walking out
That
onto
is
the
pretty
field
crazy, too.
every single
That's
time.
pretty
That's crazy.
I don't
That's
care if the pit
crazy.
crew turns my shit off because when I walk onto the field, I'm looking at everything. Okay, guns on, loaders on. These are pretty important. I'm going to make sure they're fucking on.
Yeah, typically that's a good walk away
You
from
know
that.
It's a good
That's
thing.
it.
we need to implement is a self check and a buddy check.
Yeah.
Like, all right, let me
Hey,
check
Dalton, is your
yours.
gun on?
Yeah. But yeah, so and then that tournament, it kind of went downhill because I was dealing with a hamstring, and then like you were saying, it was all connected, and then Philly, so I hurt my hip and then my knee.
Dalton, do you remember we kept on singing during that tournament, the hip bones
Yeah.
connected? And
Oh
then
my god,
you were like, it's not connected anymore.
it's not.
That's
It's
what you
like
were
if
saying.
there was strings, it'd just be like this little. Oh yeah,
Hip meat.
hip meat.
Oh, Dalt.
Yeah, but Dalton, I think you were getting into how it kind of led to this
Yeah.
last injury, right? It was a culmination of like
Yeah.
over the last season of you finally getting off the couch, coming out to
Yeah.
play again.
Yeah. Honestly, and you guys talk about being in paintball shape, and I've heard you guys talk about like little workouts you do, and I used to be like crazy addicted to the gym, good or bad.
Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
even
I
after
remember.
paintball practice, I would literally go to the gym after practice to work out
Yeah.
because maybe it was like some weird psychological thing, or I don't know what it was, but
Mhm.
now it's like if I ever do work out, which is rare, it's like all heavier weights because it's like, oh, I don't even have time. So it's like, I'll just do these crazy heavy weights, and which
Mhm.
is not good. I don't think, not for
Mm-mm.
paintball. It's not.
Yeah. No.
Mhm.
So I've been totally restructuring all my workouts, and yeah, and it's all tied in, and these little isolated movements you got to do with these dumb bands that I don't know where these stupid bands came from.
You don't like the bands, is that what
Not
I'm
the
hearing?
bands.
You don't like
Bands.
The bands are great, dude. The
But
bands have
they
been my
are
best
great.
friend for a long time.
Yeah.
Bands.
Band up for
Yeah.
sure. Banditos.
And the bands will make them dance.
Yeah. Bands
But
will
I've been
make
trying to
them
do
dance.
more like high rep, lower weight stuff, and
Yep.
yeah, even when I hurt my calf at the last practice before that event,
That's so sad.
I was super tight. Like we did a warm up, and where how you do a little jog. I'm like, I can't even jog.
Mm.
I was
It was
just
your
tight.
calf?
It was my calf when
Yeah.
I that got hurt, but like my whole legs were just so tight. Like
Mhm.
usually I could bend down and touch my toes, like that little stupid stretch, but like there was no chance. That something about like just being off the couch and running and trying to play paintball, it just does not work. Well, I mean, it works if you're not doing what professionally, obviously, but if you're just the weekend warrior, maybe you could get down. But
Mhm.
literally, at that practice, I didn't even dive once. I don't know if you noticed.
Mm.
I
What's funny is like we were going back and forth, and I feel like you were actually playing the two more so that practice
Yeah.
because you were like trying to save yourself.
I was trying to
And
save
then this was
myself.
kind of the one where I was like, dude, you got to go this time, Dalton.
Yeah.
And you went, and we both break out, and you like dive into the tower on the Dorito side, which is you were supposed to go further. I was supposed to go to the tower, and I come in there. I'm kind of mad at first, and I see him like, oh no, this is a big problem. Oh, dude, shit, Dalton, you okay? And that was so sad because I could immediately feel and understand your frustration. It wasn't from pain; it was from just
Yeah.
realizing like I'm not going to play World Cup.
Yeah, I heard you tell this story from your perspective, and it actually like made me tear up just listening to your perspective because, yeah, I mean, I went to take off for a run, and my first step, like out of the sprint, I thought Marcelo kicked me in the back of the leg. I
No
was like,
way.
oh shit!
Dude.
So I just trampled over and I stopped, and then I kind of was like putting it into like what happened in my head. I'm like, oh, something happened back there. So then I'm like, all right, dealing with myself, and then I pick my gun up to start shooting. I'm like, whatever, I'll just finish this point out, and then something happens and we lose the game, whatever, and I go to step up and like, I couldn't put weight on it. So it's just so frustrating dealing with these injuries the last few events. It's like, dude, like
Yeah.
it's so much work for me now, even more so than before, because like to get time off with work to
Yeah.
to like be away from your family and like set aside all this time and effort, and it's like, and then that just gets taken away from you in a blink of an eye. It sucks.
Mm. Yeah, dude. And you're working your butt off too, man. Like the kind of work you do is really hard
Yeah.
work. You know, being in the prison system as a correctional officer that's heavy duty, and you're working your ass off, bro. So we commend you on that. And then you're right, man, finding that time when you're off the clock because you have two beautiful children, beautiful wife, and you have all of these, amazing blessings in your life as well, and it all takes, if the gym takes time as well. So
Mhm.
it's just it is a lot for sure. But I know you really well, and I know that you're persistent and you're a hardworking dude. So you're gonna do whatever it takes to get it
Yeah.
done, and that's all there is to it.
Yeah. For me, I've learned I can't just have one foot in, you know? I
Yeah.
can't just be that guy that shows up and thinks everything's going to be gravy, because my skills, I think just being on a good team helps, and just developing and thinking and being in situations that I have a lot of experience. So I think my game could catch up, at least enough to where I could be, help on the team. But all those other little things that I wasn't thinking about, being in shape or just mentally preparing myself, that you guys talk about so much. It's like all that stuff you have to, it's at such a high level of competition. It's like you have to be fully in or
Mm,
just get out. I don't know. Or,
mm.
that's how I'm kind of viewing it now.
Yeah. Well, and that's why you think about it. 90% of your whole, you said
Yeah.
earlier, 90% of all
Yeah.
my thoughts are geared towards
Yeah.
this craft, this thing that
Yeah.
I'm doing, and being the best that I possibly can in it. And that's why you've always been one of the best players in the league, because you care. You care about the process, and you care about being the best that you can be. And that's, as long as you're applying that effort, you're always going to get good rewards and good, gifts of the game out of that.
I think also too, Dalt, it's going to come with finding that balance with this new way of managing your work life and professional paintball, right? That's kind of new to you. You
Yeah.
went
Yeah.
from all in paintball to all in this job, and then
Right.
try to come back. So it's like I think it's kind of new. I think you ran into some roadblocks. You found some things that you realized like, oh shit, okay, that it doesn't work for me to do it that way. Let me try to
Yeah.
switch a few things around and do this a little bit better, right? And I think that's all it is. I think you'll be able to accomplish that. And you're right, man. Of course, I know how frustrating it must be because you make so much sacrifice to come to these practices,
Yeah.
to come to the tournaments, to have injuries play a role, dude. That's it just is it's a huge bummer. Of course, there's another way to put it. So, but with that said, dude, I don't think it's like that many changes away, right? Like I feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I feel like there's a few things, few little changes in lifestyle and managing both, and you're gonna be rocking and rolling, dude.
Yeah.
Excited for
Hopefully.
next year or what?
Yeah. Of course.
He's back.
I'm back.
2023,
Dude.
2022.
I'm excited to see, because I like you said, I'm learning to juggle these things, and but I'm just getting more and more motivated, and getting injured. It's like, all right, setback. Okay, well, what do I got to do? And it's just like it's just another task that I have to accomplish,
Totally.
and I'm
Mhm.
not throwing in the towel yet. So
No way.
I wanna give it my best effort, and just I kind of said I want to play last year. I said 3 more years. So who knows what's gonna happen?
Mhm.
It's hard to leave, but I told myself 3 more years. So last year was 1 year. Now I got 2 more, and I want to at
Hell
least
yeah.
try to give my 2 years best effort I possibly can, and just see what happens.
Yeah.
Dude, with injuries and all that kind of stuff, I've always like similar mindset, Dalt. I've always looked at it as okay, this is an opportunity to conquer something. So
Yeah.
you can take a negative and turn it into a notch on your belt.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, overcame that. What's up?
Right.
What's next?
Yeah.
Like it's kind of fun. It's cool. It's like, all right, so here's the issue. Here's how we're gonna lay out a plan to overcome that issue. And it's like, knocking down little goals or checking off things from your to-do list every day. That feels good. Well,
Mhm.
same thing. If it's an injury or something like negative, a setback, you lay out a plan to overcome that setback. And once you get to the end of that and you overcome that setback, it's a nice little notch to have on your belt.
Yeah.
It does something for you mentally that's going to help you to move forward in all sorts of aspects of your life.
Yeah.
Not just paintball, not just whatever that is, it helps you. It downloads you with the confidence to overcome shit. Right.
Yep.
And like, dude, that shit happens to everybody, whether it's injuries or setbacks or failures. Like, people are going to go through that stuff, you know? So, that's a nice little lesson or a little piece of information for the listeners to take, is whatever it might be, just figure out how and what you need to do to overcome that, you know, lay it out, check things off one at a time, and get to the other end of it.
You and the fam were doing like a running challenge, I think I saw recently. Yeah.
Yeah.
Turkey trot, half a mile.
Yeah, we started it 2 days ago. Turkey trot. So I wanted to get back into running, and it's another thing I'm trying to better myself at, because I hate running. Like,
Yeah, me too.
I hate running. And when I was decent at going to the gym and building my body like Arnold, you know.
Arnold.
Used to be so jacked.
Yeah, but it was the thing I was always think about, like, do the things you hate to do.
Yeah.
So right now, the
That's
thing
right.
I hate more than anything is to run. So we mapped out a 7-week running program where, like, the first week you basically walk and then run like half and half. It's like 25 minutes of walking, running, and then you're just kind of upping the running and lowering the walking. And it's a 7-week thing. At the end, you should be running for almost an hour straight, which should get you about 5 to 6 miles. Who knows? But
Yeah.
And I've never been a runner, but so I kind of just try to challenge myself in these things, which, having injuries, you definitely it should make you more grateful. Like, it feels so good just to walk around and run around with. It's like, dude, you know, you take these things for granted. So
yes, dude, that's such true words right there, man. We really do, man. It's a miracle that we can walk and do all these things, and you know, you find out really quick how fortunate we all are to have these, you know, beautiful arms and legs that let us navigate and play this game and do all these things. And when you have something that's hurt, it really makes you reflect big time, for sure, dude.
For sure.
Yeah.
We don't usually do this, ask hot takes on other teams. A little unprofessional. We don't like to do it at PTG, but
I'm an
like
open book.
Yeah, you're like the best candidate. You know, you're best candidate for that. So I think we got to ask you some hot takes on some of the teams.
Well, I will say, Mr. Heat himself.
We're going straight into Heat.
Yeah, let's go.
Right.
Well, just in general, I mean, like, watching paintball and watching World Cup, it's like there's a lot of disrespect in this game, I feel like. Like, with the bonus balls, with the rainy thing, I know what he's doing. And to me, it's like, it's just, there's a point where it's going to get out of hand. And it's like, it's just, I don't know, it's not classy. And, you know, there's a few things. I saw some stupid, no one probably even think about, but your teammate Ronnie, he was shooting at the banner, the Russian banner. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that
during the game. And it's just like, dude, I don't know. So just like, I feel like maybe I'm just that old school guy now that's like, where's the respect? Where's the class? And maybe that's just an outside looking in thing, but I feel like there is being maybe, I don't know, if there's a transition of losing this old school class that we used to have, I feel like.
I love Ronnie, but you shouldn't shoot at any of the banners up there, you know, hanging on the net. That's interesting you picked that up, Dalt. Damn. Yeah, that's funny.
I never thought I would be that guy too, like, to even
You
care.
are that guy, boring old man.
Yeah, because I would do stuff like that. Just
club.
Yeah.
Dude, you've done so much worse. Don't even
I've done so much worse. Yeah.
What's the worst thing you've ever done, Dalton, on the paintball field?
On the paintball field?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been there where I bonus ball people.
Disrespect, bro.
Bonus balling isn't the worst thing you've ever done on the paintball field.
It's not the worst, but it's funny and it's bad.
All right.
So back in the 7-man days, you know, they would have the rack, where you put your gun.
Yeah, right before
we used to call it rack attack, and you would have to play like a best out of 3 series in the finals. We just shot the crap out of their guns, like in their loaders. Yeah, on Entourage.
Yeah, I mean, you were. How old were you at this time?
That was like 17, 16.
Yeah, wild.
So I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, who am I to judge? Honestly, you're right. But
no, I mean, we definitely have to move professionally. That's, you know, And that's from the top down, from the most professional sports in the world. We want to move like that. We want to be definitely putting our best foot forward always in everything we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But when you're
Impact,
17 on Entourage, things.
so Impact won't win an event without J-Rab.
All right.
Heat. How do you think you played this year, Tyler? Are you player of the year?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. I definitely
Personally, how do you feel? Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I played okay. I think I can still be a lot better. And obviously, we didn't win a lot of tournaments, so I'm not too happy about that. But that's the kind of stuff that keeps me going. Keeps me fired up to keep attacking this.
If you don't think you were player of the year, who do you think was player of the year?
That's a hard question. I honestly don't know. I would have to sit on that and think about it.
I got a hot take for player of the year. I think it's hard because playing a lot of spots on the field, I think the snake is the hardest spot to play. Would you guys agree? I'm not saying it's like the most, difficult, but mentally and it's just I don't know. There's something about
it's
I feel
dense.
like
It's more
sometimes
dense.
kills are rewarded really easily over there.
Yeah, you get the kills and but for me it's like we're talking to Al about Snake Player of the Year and he was kind of saying like Mouse at the first event, him at Chicago, or Chad at Philly. But the person that stood out to me was Billy, believe it or not, like so freaking consistent. And the craziest thing about Billy is maybe he's not like that, like the guy you want on a 2-on-2 or 3-on-3, but the thing like that he did better than anyone was he consistently made it to the snake every single time. And it's crazy because it's like, all right, Billy's gonna go, let's all shoot at him. And he still made it. So in my opinion, he should definitely win Snake Player of the Year. Just my opinion, because he was the most consistent.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But in that, it's like me saying like the snake is one of the hardest spots to play. Then maybe he should be the best player of the year. Or that's definitely a debate, and it's funny. It's like that's how it is with football. Yeah, everyone goes straight to the stats. It's like, oh, stats, but it's like,
there's intangibles too. Yeah, there's intangibles that stats don't keep track of, that I've always, I think like real sports connoisseurs kind of recognize that, but I can't even say that because you hear these debates on ESPN all the time too, and like someone argues pure stats. LeBron's a great example, and someone will make the counterpoint as to why LeBron's not the greatest ever, and that there's stuff that like Kobe and MJ brought that didn't show up in stats, there's a lot that they brought that did show up in stats, but the timing of when you get your stats, to me, that is so important. The moments in which you collect your stats, that is like always going to be more important than just the whole body of stats.
Those big moments that we always talk about.
We need stats back so badly. We got some exciting stuff for you guys, PTG fam. We're not going to drop it here on this episode, but you guys stay tuned. Tyler and I are working on something really dope.
Let's go.
Let's go. We need all that stuff back.
The stats are cool. Yeah, obviously.
Quinn as well. Shout out to Quinn Nadu, my guy. Iconic paintball. Our guy. Dude, Quinn is the man. Love it.
I feel like Quinn being a player, and I see this with UFC people, they give flack to the writers and to the people that, some people, they feel like they don't get the benefit of the doubt. Like, what does he know? He's obviously, I know we need Quinn, a journalist or, someone that's telling stories. But it's like, it's going to be tough unless you're the guy. He hypes you guys up. There's like a few people that he's just hyping up.
He has his fan favorites, right? I think any reporter, any analyst, they have their favorites. You turn on ESPN, you turn on SportsCenter. There's people that are just like blindly following LeBron James, and that's going to be in all sports, like, and there's always going to be haters on what you do. And I think it's going to be impossible for any analyst to ever break down why a player is good enough, and like those players' peers are always going to look at it like, do you know as much as we do? Probably not. You know what I mean? But it's still valuable to the sport. It's still something highly important, right? It's still something that paintball needs. We need more of. We need more people like Quinn that want to just take time out of their day to tell these stories, right? Right now we only have Maddie, propaintball.com, I guess, but they're a little more interested in like rumors and things like that. But still, that's good. Paintball Nerd is stepping on the scene, which is cool. That's Miko and Zizek. They're also kind of a rumor based, want to be like TMZ kind of thing, but like the real stories of players and how they're performing in events. Whoever's willing to step up to the plate and take it serious, and Quinn has absolutely done that. All in on that.
Yeah, we definitely need it, but he sucks.
You're out of your mind, dude. You're out of your mind.
He doesn't. It's because he doesn't talk about you.
He never talks about me.
Oh, that's right. You were really bummed that he didn't put you in the top 50. I remember you messaged me. You were like, "I'm so bummed."
Now we're getting to the root of it.
Yeah, now we're getting to the root.
I mean, maybe.
All right, we're getting
to the root.
Because I
Dude,
can't
just play better. Maybe if you didn't show up with a half a hamstring and 2 left knees, you would be in the top 50.
I think I just have a biased opinion that I'm the best.
And I will say, Quinn knows his shit. He knows what he's talking about. The guy has been in the game for a long time. So major shout out to him. And yeah, Marcel, I think you're onto something.
What? We got to the bottom of it. Quinn, because Quinn listens to all of them. So just so you know, Quinn, Dalton is incredibly mad that you didn't put him in the top 50. And I got to agree with him. Dalton should be in the top 50 players of all time. I absolutely agree.
For me, it's just like I look at the list and it's like, what? Like, I'm not saying I'm better than you guys or but like there's people like even I played on Damage, I played on Dynasty, and I played on Impact, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've always been the D1 player, the guy, the starter.
Division 1, yeah.
Division 1 player
on the pro teams.
No, like on Impact. JC, like they literally moved JC to the other side most of the time, most of the tournaments.
Yeah.
And
because he's not one dimensional. He could do more than just one thing.
Yeah. And then
you started this.
Okay, fine. And then, so let me keep going then, because you guys are going to be in this story.
Oh shit!
So on Damage, I only played one season. It wasn't my best, but I was still like they moved Chad, they moved Jacob, other places. I was the one on the Dorito. On Dynasty, I mean, you guys, I've been on Dynasty for 6-7 years now, and I've always been the D1 starter.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm taking your guys' spot because you guys are versatile, so they'll just move you somewhere else.
I always remember you were D1 walking off the field, going to the dead box, and then I had to clean everything up. That's what I remember.
That was one tournament.
Oh, Dalton's off the field now. Thank God, we can finally go and do something.
Yeah, that's a play we had.
That's a play we had.
That was a design play, Tyler. Let him know.
That was.
That was bad, dude. It's so funny, dude. I played so bad that tournament and we won, which is crazy.
World Cup last year.
Yeah, I have this little detail that's really funny. So in that game where we had the 4 Dorito stack play or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I was so tired. I literally couldn't even stand up in my bunker.
Yeah.
And I could see the whole field. I'm like, oh, I could just go down there and win it. But my body wouldn't let me. Anyways, I got shot and I played like shit. And I was walking off and it's overtime, right? And I hang my head like we just lost kind of thing. Like kind of not, I'm not counting this out, but now it was a 3-on-2 in their favor. And then some fan was like, don't worry, you'll get him next point. And and I literally wanted to yell at him like, fuck off. It's overtime. In World Cup. And then that was really funny though.
The crowds have been lit.
There's a great video from our pit. There's a great video of our pit, Dalton, of you walking off with your head down, and you're like walking right behind me as I shoot Billy, and you just have this like fist bump of excitement. You go from like being so sad to, and Tyler just made a big move, shoots meter.
Shoots
It's a
meter.
2-on-2, and then the Billy thing, and like, you know, you see it all. That I kind of treasure that video. Just, you know, me putting you on my back again. But,
maybe I don't belong on the 50. That's I'm 51. That's gonna be my jersey number next year.
51. So
Hey,
you know what's funny about those
You're all
things?
time, Dalton. You're all time, bro.
There's a lot of guys on that list, and to be clear, my opinion is you're absolutely in that. If you go like players of all time, I put you really high on that list. But if you look on that list, there's a lot of players from like different eras, you know. And so it's like, okay, when people do that, and it's the same thing in basketball, they did like the top 75, and I'm like, dude, these players would get wrecked in today's game. It's not, you can't have them on. But I guess then in sports, like, what's better to do when you do an all-time list, like how they were in that era, or
that's the
like
debate.
Yeah, you know, that is the debate, right?
Yeah.
Shoot, you should be on that list still. I agree. Yeah, you're in my top 50.
Well, if you guys are on it, I mean, come on.
if we're on it, then you should definitely be on it.
What about like I saw Shorty on that list, Brandon Short, and like I see Angel. These are two class and Mouse. It's like, in my opinion, Short is even better than Angel, I would think.
I don't know.
It is tough though when you start bringing in the generations.
That's tough. What Short did on the Snake side was pretty fucking special, dude. Short was.
All right, so Dalton, I got a question. Who's gonna win that dynasty matchup? The OG dynasty, or we got this new era dynasty? Who's taking that?
Oh, the OG. Nah, I'm just kidding. Oh my God, it's like, well, the crazy thing is, like, we used to beat them when we were 12 at practice. Like, come on.
We used to take them down.
Yeah. Like,
how good were those old games, man? I still have reels of film in my mind from those old days of paintball. Awesome, you know, unbelievable stuff that we were able to be a part of. It's crazy.
Yeah. It does, and it's hard for me because I don't really interact with people online as much as I should, just because I'm kind of just introverted person that's just stays away. Sometimes I get a call, and I'm like, oh no, someone's calling me, and it'll be a spam call. But oh, thank God. But so, you know, I'm sorry to all the people that message me and I just leave you on red.
Yeah.
Thousands. But you know, I should, you know, because I love this game and I look back on those days, like you're saying, and it's like, I used to put them on such a pedestal. These pros, you know, the old school Avalanche guys, and you know, even Naughty Dogs, all these guys. It's like, dude, I used to love watching paintball, and like, they were so awesome back in the day. So now, if I bet there's, you know, people that are watching us that are thinking that, which, you know, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, so shout out PTG World when we get them in there. Don't be mad when all those messages go unread. Just let it.
I don't even know why Dalton has to be in P. He's not gonna do anything.
He's in there.
There's like no reason for Dalton.
I'm supposed to post something about the Dynasty Champion stuff too. It's like,
oh yeah, Dynasty Champions Club. Huge shout out to Dynasty Champions Club. Dalton awesome, wouldn't know anything about it. He's not in there.
Wait, what's that?
What's that? Oh man. Too funny.
Timeless, man. Absolutely.
I'm like that with my best friend, so don't be offended, guys.
Yeah.
I'll leave my mom on red.
It is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
Dalt, what are you going to be doing to come back better next year? Because you know, the team needs you at 100%, full time, all in. You know, if we want to compete with
McDonald's,
Heat, Impact, all the other top teams, X Factor. You know, it's gonna be the toughest year yet. So, what are you up to?
Dude, it kind of sucks because, well, first of all, breaking the Archie news this early is not going to do anything but motivate Tyler and these top teams. We really dropped the ball there. We should have did it like the day before.
Day before the event?
Yeah.
Just, hey, practice with X Factor.
Yeah. So I think it goes. It's like, oh, we picked up this superstar player. We should be even better. But it's like these teams, obviously, everyone's getting better, you know, so. But it would motivate the shit out of me. What do you think, Ty? Is right?
Yeah.
So
definitely.
Well, it has motivated us. It's what's motivated Dynasty too. You know, like again, Tyler going to Heat, and you see how powerful they are. You see Impact. You know, that like all that stuff is motivation. So of course it's motivation, but I mean, You know,
I will
that
say
shouldn't
that
be a reason.
Tyler so I got hurt at Philly, and we watched Tyler win, and that was the most motivating thing. Not because I didn't want him to win, because I love Tyler. I love seeing my friends win, but like just watching him put it on Ryan, and like there's nothing I could do, dude. It was like just watching it that hurt, and that was super motivating, honestly. So you screwed yourself there, Tyler.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, we're gonna have some fun, man. We're gonna keep
No,
playing. That's what
yeah.
this is all about.
So that's all about, and
Yeah.
it sometimes goes in our favor and your favor,
Yeah.
and that's why it's like you have to have class. When it comes back to that, it's like it's
Mhm.
you're not gonna know what's gonna happen next time.
Mhm.
So these people that are showboating out there, you're gonna get clapped up.
It's like I love how Archie finally at the end of their match at World Cup against Heat, actually, you know, Fedorov's giving it to him the whole match, and then X Factor comes on a big comeback. This is in the prelims though.
Mhm.
Archie just gave Fedorov
Yeah.
the shush, and
It
I
is
love Fedorov. You
entertaining
know,
for sure.
it is
Mhm.
entertaining, but it was like, you know, I like the way that Archie did that. It was with class. He didn't respond really at all the whole match. He had like, I think there was a point where he had a few words, but he didn't really respond the whole match until the very end, you know, and gave the shush when it's all said and done. But you're right. You never know when that's coming back. But that Fedorov's not going to stop. That's who he is. He's electric. You know, he's good for the sport. He's fun.
Yeah.
He's prime time. People want to tune in and watch Fedorov play and do what he does. You know what I mean?
And I don't know how you asked me a question about how am I gonna get better for next year,
Yeah.
and I go
Gotta
on to
remember.
this. I don't even know where I went. I
How
just
you going to
went,
get better, dude? What are you going to do?
but
Eat the
yeah, I mean,
broccoli?
I'm definitely gonna take my
Vitamins?
physical. I'm definitely cutting out McDonald's. Start
It's
there.
about time, dude.
No, I'm taking my diet, my health very seriously. Starting next month. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I am gonna start, and I think for me it has to be these day to day things.
Yeah, dude, the diet is
Uh-oh.
huge. Absolutely.
Dalton started to say "uh-oh," and we lost
He
him.
froze.
He's frozen.
He's frozen. Dude, he's literally frozen too. They're in the snow out there.
He's frozen. Oh, he's FaceTiming. Dalty, what went out? Hold on a
His
second.
power
Let's see.
went out.
His power went out.
Okay, we're bringing him through on the hotline. The hotline
Hold
blink.
on. Yeah. Hold on a second.
So for the YouTubers, we
Yeah,
got
it's
a
okay.
classic frozen doll here.
The frozen guy. Just gotta figure out how to get the. How do I get this onto the?
And then I think we're
thing
pretty
here?
close here. We have some questions that we're going to get into, obviously.
Oh shoot! Forgot about the questions. Yeah, let's dive into those because here,
Yeah.
Dalton, I'm gonna call you back on a regular call.
So we have the iconic question. We'll get into that from Quinn, and also the PTG World questions.
Yeah, we
We'll be
got
diving
a
into
jam.
those.
I forgot about those. I'm overdue. I got to
Okay.
run.
All right. Marsh has a date to get to.
Hello.
Yo, Dalt. Hey, perfect. We got you back on the line. Here we
There
go.
we go.
We're gonna jam
Yeah,
a couple questions really quick, and then we'll let you go.
All right, sorry guys, my power went out.
It's all right,
Dude.
dude. You know, you're in the middle of nowhere. It's all right. We get it.
Bro, hopefully everything's okay. Turn that generator on. Get that thing going.
This is why I'm moving. Yeah, this is
Jeez.
why I'm getting out of this place. I'm going there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, baby. We're getting 'em.
Iconic question. Where's it at? Ty, I don't have it. If you have it, let it rip.
Oh, I thought that you had
Nope.
No?
I forgot to ask Quinn. So you know what? We don't have an iconic question. So you brought it up like we had one, and we didn't,
Yeah.
Tyler.
Oh,
Take it.
yeah.
All right, iconic question. If I were Quinn, what kind of iconic question would I ask Dalton Vanderbyl?
Well,
Okay.
he's
Why do
Why
you
do I
think you should be a top 50 player of all time?
The wins, baby. The wins, Papa.
The wins.
No, I think I don't know what makes a good paintball player. Because for me, maybe individually, I'm not the top 50, but I feel like what I bring to the team, I help the team win. And then, I don't know what makes a good person, or you know what kind of stats you're collecting here, but someone that
consistently helping their team win,
Winfluence.
I would, yeah, I got the Winfluence.
You got the Winfluence big time, 100%. Winfluence. Check the stats, baby.
I got
Dalton
the
comes
luck.
in,
Maybe
and you got the luck. I agree with that. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
T,
All right,
hit
we
the
got-
Discord.
Yep, we got Randy. Shout out to PTG World. Dalton, being that you've played for so many iconic organizations, what's the challenge in going from a familiar situation to adjusting to new surroundings?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty easy. I think because of my personality. Luckily, I feel like I get along with most people. There is some time to make some of the adjustments and just the style of play people, teams play. But I feel like if you could fit in with teams off the field and just be that glue and be that guy that that's just a gem to be there. Like even when I'm not playing, it's like some of these people that are not playing in the game and they're just miserable people, and you're like, even if I'm not the top 5 guys that's out there, I'm still like motivating, and I'm trying to like build these people up to win, no matter what. It's all about winning, whether you're the last guy on the team or the best guy on the team. So that's usually when people start seeing that, like, oh, he's here to help us win, then things go right.
Love that.
Awesome. From CM Harry, who are you looking forward to playing with? The new guys on the team or Archie? What is the team to keep in your mind that is not part of the top 4? 2 questions.
So isn't Archie a new guy?
He means like Damien, first year pro. Archie obviously is not a first year pro there, Dalton. You know who Archie is, right?
I do know Archie. I don't think I ever met Damien, so I'm probably gonna cut him as soon as I get to practice. No, I don't know. I look forward to meeting him. He seems like a good kid. He's a handsome little fucker, isn't he? God damn,
dude, he was almost on The Bachelor.
Yeah, he's a little dimey.
Yeah, he is. He is Cuban guy.
Yeah, better watch out.
Better watch out. Don't bring Jacqueline around.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, I look forward to playing with everyone. We'll see.
Nice.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Just everyone but Marcelo.
Oh, dude. Legend.
I could go to one of these other teams, like, I don't know, Impact or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for you.
All right, Dalton, we got rounder 11. Who does Dalt want to play the number 2 behind you, Archie or Marcelo? Can't be both. Who do we got?
Fuck. Should I just retire?
Tyler? Can I pick Tyler? No.
Let's go.
Archie or Marcelo? Well, shit, I never played with Archie, so I don't know that. But I have a good thing going with Marcelo. He knows me.
Yep.
Damn, dude.
He knows me.
There we go, Dalt. There we go, Dalt.
We've been playing together for a long time.
Long time,
Yeah,
Daddy.
That is.
Long time.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling to like play with someone that you kind of have a pretty good idea of what they're gonna do or what they want.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely, honestly, I do love playing with you, Marcelo. You always been on my team. Like even when I'm not on your team, you're hyping me up. I listen to some of the podcasts you did with Matty Marshall, and you're hyping me up. So it does feel good to play with someone that wants to play with you, and the feeling's mutual. And I love playing with him. So makes it smooth.
Hell yeah, dude. Nice, man.
Screw Archie. That's what I want.
Yeah. Dude, it's
Archie
gonna
go play with Ryan.
It's
on the other side.
We're gonna have so many options. That's the cool thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna have so many options. Yeah, and we're gonna have so many options. This is gonna be really fantastic. That could be the sword you fall on too, though. Like you said earlier, it's gonna be an even harder year because of all that. But I think we'll be able to figure it out. It's exciting stuff. But all right. Dalton has been on a lot of the top teams of the NXL, but has always seemed to come back. What keeps you coming back to play with the Dragon?
Oh, I said it before.
Dynasty till the day I die.
You know what's crazy? I have a really funny story. So like Tyler was saying, I'm a correctional officer. I work at a prison.
Mhm.
There was an inmate that came up to me, and he's like, "Dynasty till I die." I'm like, well, this is probably not good to, have a little bit of hype on the internet and people know who I am. I'm like, this is really weird. But
That's crazy.
hopefully I'm fine. I'm still alive. I got some guns, so don't come over here.
Hell yeah.
Dude,
But-
that's
but
wild.
But it's tough. The dragon is, like we were saying, someone that we all grew up watching and admiring. So definitely no characters on this team that I don't get along with, which makes it nice. And plus they're paying me millions of dollars, so it's nice.
Yeah. Perfect.
Damn.
Did you get your check?
Shit. I'm on unemployment.
Oh shit.
Just kidding.
All right, we got Welshie 3304. Yo, Dalt, hope your recovery is going well. He was a CO for a couple years, and he was wondering if there's any
Okay.
stories you can share with the listeners to kind of tell how crazy the job can be. You kind of told a pretty funny story there, but he was wondering about that.
Yeah, I mean, being in law enforcement, people hope like it doesn't change you.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it's changed my personality. I try to be a pretty positive person always,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully that doesn't change. But you see screwed up things, man. You do. You see, I've seen a lot of people die over the last few years, like and shout out to all the police officers because it's got to be one of the hardest jobs, I think, in the world. I mean, you're trying to save people's lives that sometimes they don't even want you there. There's times where I'm running into a field of inmates, 200 inmates on a yard that are literally trying to kill someone, and you're running in this is almost the scariest thing in the world. You can't even. Sometimes I don't even like to think about it, but it's like you're literally running into a field of murderers and people that are not very nice people, and you're trying to save some of them because they're killing each other or doing these things to each other. It's very stressful, but
You have to
all you
compartmentalize
gotta
that
do,
for sure.
baby. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we salute you, bro. Stay safe and keep doing your thing and keep playing a lot of paintball and filling your cup up. That's so important. And just keep enjoying yourself.
Yeah, Bubba.
Yeah, I really try to be like, even at work, I try to be that positive person that like even tries to make these people that
Mhm.
honestly I don't believe that these people are evil people. Some of them just grew up in the wrong streets or the wrong path and dealt with some things. But I always, even inside, I treat everyone the same. Even in life, it's like
Yeah.
I treat them like a human being. So I try to make them smile just like I would try to make my neighbors smile. And just being a positive person for sure helps you in that department for sure, because you there's people that are just miserable and just hate everyone and think everyone is to blame for these situations. But these people that are in prison, they were little kids once. They're little, like I see my little kids and like
Yeah.
they were 4-year-olds, at the time, and it's like
Yeah.
it's really sad. So you try to be the light sometimes.
Absolutely.
It's the best way to deal with it.
Absolutely.
All right, dude. From Droog, Marcelo views you as the best Dorito player in paintball. As a highly
That's true.
esteemed Dorito player, do you go Cool Ranch, Original, or a wild card such as Spicy Sweet Chili?
Oh, now you're thinking.
What about salsa verde?
Woo, salsa verde is dope, but I'm going Spicy Sweet Chili on this one, bro. If you go anything, like Cool Ranch is great, Original's bomb, but spicy Sweet Chili, that shit is next level.
Dude.
Honestly, if I'm eating any kind of chip, anything,
It's on you.
chips and guac, baby. paying for the extra guac. I ain't messing with that Cool Ranch or any of that.
Okay, all right. All right. No Doritos with the McDonald's. Good to know.
No. I'm on a diet.
All right, CB2K. We got the fantasy playoff grudge match going on between me and Marsh. Who you got on that? That was his first question. And then with Dynasty picking up a powerhouse in Archie, and of course with Marcelo going off on the D side, will Dynasty run a committee on the D side for 2022? What do you think's going to happen over there?
Nice. This guy knows his football lingo. He's talking about committees. He's talking about the fantasy. Like this guy. Mm-hmm. Message me and I'll leave you on red. But,
there we go. CB2K.
Now, let's just start with who's your top running back, Marcelo? Who's your running back?
Dude, I've got receivers in that league. My top running back is Saquon.
Okay. All right. T, who do you have?
My top running back. Yeah, hold on. I got you right here. Is Harris from Pittsburgh.
Hi, I got Tyler winning it.
Let's go.
Yeah, my team is showing out in this league. I don't really like my team, but they keep showing out. I've got Rodgers, I've got Adams, I've got CeeDee Lamb.
There's so many injuries this year. Yeah,
yeah.
I know. My bench is wiped out.
But yeah, it definitely is fun. It's going to be fun to watch because playoffs at this time of the year, holidays, nothing like. I'm a huge football fan. There's nothing like watching football and being around with the holidays.
It is.
Time.
It's the best.
So I got Tyler on that, and what was the other?
Shut up, Dalton.
With the the committee on the D side, with all the
committee.
Yeah.
Well, I would assume that they play me like literally every time. Maybe play me in both positions if they could. But unfortunately, unless I like some Mexican style supplement play. So I guess they're gonna have to throw Marcelo in there a few times.
Nice, dude. Let me live. we all know I make the corner better than anybody. All right.
You do.
Okay. Again, dude. Look, the PTG listeners know that I love Dalton. The next one is Dalton. Marcelo credited you in your scouting on other teams as part of Dynasty's magic at World Cup. What are some of the things you key in on when scouting a team? Hope you're having a speedy recovery and can't wait to see you on the pro field again.
So is that true? You really praise me as the best Dorito player, or is that just
no? That's true.
One of them?
That's true.
Oh,
that's true.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, you're lights out, bro. You're lights out.
Thanks.
Tyler's now a 2 on the snake side, so I can't put him in that 1 on the Dorito side position. It's kind of the same thing as me too. Like I was the best at the 1 on the Dorito side, but now I don't play it all the time. When I did, I went. Everyone knows the story, but it's you.
1 for 1, baby. Oh man. You got. I love it because you play great, but it's like I feel like you get half of the hype of when you freaking with your blonde stupid hair.
Dude, of course that was all by design. I was like, oh shit. Well, I'm not playing well. I have to be the 1 now. Let me. I gotta dye my. Oh, actually, I did it before the practice though. That's not true. I did it before the practice.
Yeah. I'm the 2 now, man. I'm over it.
You should be the 2. You shoot more people on the break than I do.
Yeah. I'm just gonna.
It's crazy.
Shoot and then go back to the bench and chill out.
All right, we got to answer this question.
All right,
So yeah, what was it? Wait, the second part.
Scouting.
Was,
what are some of the things you key in on when scouting a team?
It was kind of nice because I gotta watch. When I was home on Sunday, usually you can't go back and record and watch it over and over because you usually watch the teams at the end of the night. But for live action, I was able to go back and look, and I was just looking at players' tendencies. So first of all, I was looking at who's playing the best on that team. So I was watching X Factor, and they were, let's just say X Factor because that was the finals match. So I was really just watching Billy, and I'm like, all right, what is he doing? He's doing this run to the snake. Okay, when he doesn't go to the snake, this is what he's going to do. And really, that snake there was 2 things. It was the up and over kind of thing, or straight to the snake. So kind of just looking at what their best player is doing and what those tendencies are, so you could shut down their best player. Because when you do that, then that really throws a wrench in their system, and then Gold Jacket's yours.
Yeah.
There we go, dude.
All right, we got Shadow. What's your favorite Christmas memory of all
Last
time?
question.
Shadow.
My
favorite Christmas memory.
Yeah.
Getting an old school PlayStation, the very first PlayStation with a Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Dude,
Legend.
You cannot, if I could live that over every day, the hype I had that day, I could cure cancer with that kid's hype.
Landed your first kickflip.
How good was that game, man, when that all came out?
So sick, dude.
Oh,
that game was so sick.
So sick. That was the best.
The OG PlayStation. Yeah, dude. I remember when I had that. That was tight. Those were good times. Yeah. Oh, it's very joyous, The different. Oh, man. That was fun.
It almost sucks how fun video games are, because really they're just a waste of time. But, it is special memories, though,
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Yeah.
And then
I wish I
Steve
had
SoCal.
that back, huh?
Yeah. I know. Steve from SoCal Blaze, he had a question about, just working out and all that kind of stuff. I think we kind of hit on all that for him. And it's been fun, dude. We had Eggman on the show. Shout out.
Yeah.
Eggman.
Thanks for everything. Dude, thanks for coming on the show, Dalt. We appreciate you and hope your recovery process goes well. Hope you and the fam have the best Christmas and holidays this season, and take care of yourself and be safe out there, dude.
Thanks, guys.
Don't drink too much eggnog, buddy.
I won't. I'm not a drinker. Never drink.
Eggnog, dude. There's no alcohol in eggnog.
The spike? Okay. I don't drink that stuff either.
I've seen you with those Coors Lights. I've seen you go.
That was one time in Abbas.
I love you guys, man. Dalton, love you, dude. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yeah, baby.
We'll see you soon.
Peace.
All right, guys. Love you guys.
Love you, bro. Peace.
Peace.
All right, PTG fam, you guys know the drill. You guys can head over to ptgpaintball.com to get all of the episodes and keep up with the latest and greatest. If you guys would like to support the show, we would greatly appreciate it. Tyler and myself are devoting a lot of time to bringing you guys these stories and the amazing content. If you would like to support, please click the Patreon link. It will give you access to our Discord. Our Discord is amazing. It's lights out. So if you do want to support the show, you get all sorts of amazing perks. It's all in the link. Check it out. ptgpaintball.com. All right, everybody. We'll see you very soon. Peace.